Yo guys, what is up? Just before this video starts, I want to give a shout out to anyone who's supporting me through the YouTube membership scheme. All of those people are on the screen now, and if you want to support me, you can head over to the channel page, press the join option and select your tier. Anyone who supports me through the month of June will get access to 2,000 epic 0 hour screenshots that I actually use for my thumbnails for my videos. Up in the north of Vendetta, we have DEFGHI, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is Ammo, the epic team player. Plays often with DK Crazy, and he is with the purple super weapon general up in the north of Vendetta. Down in the south, we have JKL MNO, which I believe is his clanmate or something, and he is with the red Gilet Tox, and I believe this is Facey. So we've got Ammo against Facey. That's what I reckon through my professional detective skills. I could be wrong, but we're going to go with it. Regardless, this is Facey regardless, okay? Probably one of the most mental people in 0 hour will say that. Okay, so we've got 3 supply opener there for Facey. Ammo coming in with a drop of a dozer. Terrorist here is late, and probably a few workers here are going to die. I should have cancelled that worker that was produced there. Lost 4. Probably should have only lost 3. Arguably could have saved most of them. Maybe lost just 1. But yeah, it's a greedy build order, which allows the super weapon, therefore, to control the beginning of the game. But what it does do is put the pressure on the super weapon, because a 3 supply Tox is quite formidable. But I just prefer to be that little bit more aggressive, to be able to control the game, go for 2 supplies, opener, get your tunnels in position and stuff, and then drop down your 3rd. It's much more standard, much more safer. You get more map control. You want to kill the super weapon early anyway. You don't want him to get to EMPs and stuff like that. And like you're seeing already, Facey is killed next to 0. Got no map control pretty much. And he's already running around, stopping things entering his base. Yeah, that's his most forward tunnel there. So I prefer, in general, if in doubt, stick to 2 supplies. Go with your 5 worker build order from your CC. Spread your tunnels all around. Ideally, you want a tunnel on the left, tunnel in the mid, tunnel on the right. Keep it simple. And then drop down your 3rd after, like, your first attack has come in. Like, once you've gone for a tech RPG, once you've gone for a tech terror, then drop down your 3rd. I much prefer that, because, like, making these quads now, what is the point of making quads? Because V's all day long wreck quads. There's a training map called Humvee Training, and you have 2 V's and an ambulance, I think, or 3 V's and an ambulance, and you go against oncoming waves of quads. And at first you deal with like 25 quads, and you deal with 50, all the way up to like 250, like godlike mode, or maybe even 400 quads, and you can kill them all without even losing a single V. That map alone tells you that quads are not really the thing to make against V's. But Facey's doing it anyway. He's got a tunnel going up on the bottom left, not really gaining himself any more map control. He's coming forward with his first technical, which is very, very delayed at 3 minutes 20. Ideally, you probably should have already done 2 attacks by then. He's now sending his technical back. He does pop some quads, actually, and does hit a V. That's the opportunity where you can. Ooh. Oh, he does get 1 V as well. Wow. Okay. Whoa. Well, that shouldn't have really happened. That was not meant to happen, but in that situation, yeah. Ammo went a little bit too close to the tunnel. The quad pop caught him off guard and took out 1 V. TNT from the back, Boyka style, took out another V, and then the technicals just finished off the other ones. So actually not so bad, but still, he's sacrificed any map control on the left. He's now dropping down a more forward tunnel in the middle. And the strategy center is on the way. You don't want to be against Auroras and EMPs. But as long as you take all the rest of the map control, the EMPs and Auroras are not too bad. But yeah, you really must take the rest of the map. You don't want the super weapon to be on like 3 supplies and then Auroras and EMPs. Ideally. 2 terrorists dropped off here by the technical. Hits the power plant. The army again pushing out down the right hand side. No tow missile. He's rebuilding the power. He's got both dozers in this position. They're both exposed, really, because I don't think that's the perfect box.
Search and destroy.
One of the dozers does get picked off. Potential for the second dozer to get picked off here. It does get picked up by the Chinook, though. Quad's pushing on this right side, but the V's are here. Now with the search and destroy, the quad should have absolutely no chance. Tech RPG is harassing now over here. I don't know which of them has got the dozer inside of it. I'm guessing it's that one. Quad has popped from here now, though. So yeah, in terms of Facey's build order, it didn't look the strongest, but somehow he is making it work, mainly due to that fudged first attack there from Ammo. With the search and destroy, he should be able to clear up tunnels, quads, technicals, everything really with relative ease. There is a palace up now, though, so buggies and Jom and Kel will cause this army some problems. Quad focuses down the V, does get it, and kills all the MDs inside of it as well, but the quad does fall too. He is only collecting on one supply at the moment. And Ammo is going to potentially even lose this supply here. One of them has got the dozer in it. I think it's that one. An attack down the bottom left. One of these tunnels here does get picked off. And the workers will now start to feel the pain too. And the supply going down. Facey slow to react to this. Now rushing back to his base. Colonel Burton is already in action. Probably going to plant a TNT here. There is a rabble there, ready to capture the oils. And the V's have moved down behind one of the arms dealers. One of the arms dealers does go down, but this is a suicidal V attack. Because all of this stuff with the buggies now is definitely going to wreck this. Probably could have chased that with a few technicals just to finish that one off. TNT has been planted on the oil. Both oils are going to be captured, though, before that one will eventually go down. I think the handling of this... from Facey could have been a little bit better, because when he was chasing MVs that way, one of them was low and he could have picked up with a few technicals, but then he was just running buggies into this way. Like, I just feel like it could have been handled a little bit better. Buggies do pick off the ambulance. He just needs to keep them here, like at range. But yeah, look at that again. Poor buggy control again from Facey. Lays lock again. One unit by itself is poor again. That Jarman needs to be around the other side, getting the kills on all these MDs. That supply is forced to be sold. And Facey's dropping down a long distance supply on this base. Yeah, again, a single technical, just a waste, didn't achieve anything. Just let the Jarman do the hard work here. He gets recaptured, I think, by a pilot, actually. That one is going to go down. Not sure if there's any MDs inside of that anymore. No, there is not. He's trying to take down the arms dealer. Almost did as well, actually, just with an MTV. Needs to get that supply up and running ASAP. He still has one oil, and he's got this supply going now, which is good. And he's got another supply over here. Just needs a few more units, so that is the problem. The observer there, I think that's probably DK crazy, but I don't know. Watching this spectacle of a game unfold. Yeah, that supply needs to be up ASAP. Get a worker in there, pop it from there, dead easy, and get ready to be collecting on that supply again. I suppose for now, though, he is still on 2 supplies and an oil. Still an okay position against a 1 supply super weapon, although he is expanding to a second. Barracks is now being hit. A10 gets taken down. Must be enough RPGs in there to take it down. Search and destroy still, so you don't need to even go in range here. Loses a bit of HP for no reason, but these technicals again sent in single file. It does run into the palace, though. Ooh, loses 1V. Oh, Burton's gone down. I think it's worth it, though. I do. I think sacrificing a Burton to kill an oil is worth it, because in more than a minute, it's already paid for himself. Like, Burton's what, $1,200 for super weapon? So in like a minute and 12 seconds, he's already paid for himself. So yeah, I think that is worth it. Like, super weapons expanded to another supply now. I would say third, but it's actually a second, because his main is mined out, and I'm treating his main as that one. The V numbers are getting smaller, though, and the buggies are back in action now. No Auroras that we've seen just yet. It's all been the Vs. There are Pathfinders now out. Ooh, almost gets run over, but not quite. Doesn't want to run too much into that firebase, or will lose his units. With the search and destroy Vs and the firebase combined, will cause some problems. Airfield is now up. Both players spending their money down to the dollar. Oh my god, what kind of placement is that? This is a funky game for sure. These are still trying to clear things up. Super Tech comes in, helps kill one of the Vs. Might lose the Super Tech. No, everything survives actually, so yeah, that's a good attack. Yeah, just because it's like 10 minutes into the game doesn't mean that your supply still doesn't need to be as perfect as it can be. It really annoys me when players don't make it perfect. Even there would have been better. I know, like, against the Spectre, you want to spread them out a bit, but I do feel that's kind of a real bad position. Aurora comes in, almost kills his own burn. This is a fierce and a scrappy battle, that is for sure. Technicals now do go down, and the buggies are going to be picked off as well. This Pathfinder is so annoying when you're just trying to establish a supply. Like, that tunnel will never be built as long as that Pathfinder's there. It's so annoying. I do question whether that one's even paid for itself. It's probably just about. A lone buggy looking for an Aurora. I think either a technical up there later on, or a bike, or whatever, close it down. Buggy or a technical could be good. EMP going to be dropped down in front of it to protect it, but yeah, certainly still up there as a weak point. I think this area is just a goner. I think taking back this supply is the next priority rather than protecting that one. Doesn't have any oils. Yeah, both players have lost a lot, and both players don't have the most money in the world. Even though he's still collecting from here, one of these Chinooks is moving slowly, so that slows things down a bit, and this one here as well. Technical was trying to come in and do something. Was it? It was actually a TNT or something, tech RPG. Here comes an Aurora again. Let's hit that building. A lot of RPGs in there. That's the one that killed the A10 before. Nice EMP position. Nice harassment with the quad. Kills one of the Chinooks of the super weapon. It's super scrappy, isn't it? When you've got one unit fighting against one unit and that's their main armies, that tells you how scrappy your game is. Another quad and another Chinook kill. I feel like EMP over here wouldn't be a bad idea. EMP here wouldn't be a bad idea either. CC being built by Facey. Could have Rebel Ambush, actually. I was going to say if he's just selected the bounty, he doesn't actually need to finish that completely. This supply needs to get some workers. Spectre gunship coming in. So this is where, like, not building the buildings close together will come in handy. It's going to be the arms dealer to take the hit. If he starts repairing that, though... if it had started repairing it straight away, it might have survived at the whole status. But he did take a while to start repairing it. Colonel Burton now finishes one of the buildings there in the middle. And some supply drop zones start to be built. Supply drop zones actually bring in more economy per minute or whatever than a black market. So if you've got like 3 drop zones versus 3 markets, the super weapon is considered to be ahead. There's a rebel ambush, but it was probably the most useless rebel ambush you've ever seen. Instantly got run over. I don't think anyone even noticed it. They just instantly died. They didn't even fire any toxin at all, I don't think. Certainly a weird and wonderful game, this one. I think it's still kind of 50-50. Maybe super weapon got the advantage. I think I personally would prefer to play super weapon in this situation. With Colonel Burton, the Vs and the Auroras and the EMPs, quite a hard combo to deal with. Although he is doing a good job at harassing with these quads, but you could argue there should be an EMP there to stop this happening. Arms dealer now of Facey being hit. That is the one that's just been rebuilt actually, and he's sending quads to deal with this. But again, search and destroy vetted Vs. Is that the right decision? One quad almost goes down. I think ammo should be chasing this. He should be capitalizing on this. These are free kills. Every one of these is free kills. But maybe Facey's trying a distraction again in order to come in with something else. He comes in with attack RPG. Does fail as well though. Needs to keep these Vs moving, especially the one that's getting focused by the Tox Tunnel. Tox Tunnel goes down somehow. Why is he not finishing that? Yeah, I think he could start collecting here again, or here. He does have the supply lines upgrade, so every Chinook drop-off is dropping off more cash. Another quad gets picked off. This supply is almost going to be mined out. This supply is still going. No market. Oh no, he has got a market, but he's not got worker shoes. Bit of a disappointment. 1V gets picked off again to a quad RPG pop. Hopefully for ammo, that was not the one with the Pathfinder in it. It would indicate so, actually, because otherwise these RPGs would be getting hit. Yeah, these are some bad pops. You don't want to pop from that again. Once these are vetted, I mean, they're hard to kill anyway with the search and destroy. He's got an Aurora circle and he's building another drop zone. And the Vs continue to press into the base. Facey pops one more time, loses one more quad. Yeah, this is looking awfully bad now for Facey. I think ammo has done it. This tunnel here gets picked off. RPG gets picked off. This supply is mined out now anyway, so it has to be sold. Another arms dealer being built. Both players have got a bit of cash in the bank, so if you get a decent amount of buggies out and micro them against the Auroras, moving them out of the way in time, could still have some good success. I think he's trying to... Oh, wait. That's a big mistake. What the hell was he trying to do? I think he was trying to bait that out and then hit it. I think that's what he was trying to do. But he just messed it up and actually control-fired the ground by mistake. But I think that's going to be it. He's got worker shoes now, finally. Maybe that was a fake for a while. Buggy comes in, but it's not microed back. Rebel ambush is used. Kills 2 Vs. This is a lot more successful than the previous one. And more buggies are brought in. Okay. Does that change things a lot? He's long distance collected for this supply again. The supply in the mountain. He's got a decent amount of cash. Yeah, Rebel ambush can change things. Here comes fuel air bomb, I believe. And that is going to be on the war factory. I think it would have more impact, though. I was going to say on the supply, but he's actually, yeah, he's finished it off with the A10. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's quite a long distance supply, that. I mean, if you're going to build down here anyway, I'm tempted to just say just build the supply down there. Here comes an Aurora, though. It does hit one of the tunnels. There is a pop, and the Aurora... No, I was going to say lives, but it falls. There are so many Pathfinders out there that all them RPGs got wrecked. I feel like a battle bus, like Fargo sometimes does, would be good here. Battle bus with a Jarman in it. A few buggies. Get the buggy ammo upgrade, which he still doesn't have, by the way. Which is no excuse not to have that because he's had loads of cash for ages. And he could have even more cash if he did the supply in a more normal position. I mean, I know he's collecting with 92 workers now. But earlier he was not. Yeah, that tunnel area gets cleared. And Facey... What does he have? What does he even have? One unit inside of his tunnel. It's just free pickings, really. Now you've got the support powers, you've got the Aurora, you've got Search and Destroy Vs, got Colonel Burton if you want to make it, and EMP is finally made over there. Spectre gunship going to take down pretty much the only market. There was a market over here before. But yeah, that is looking like GG. All play to ammo. Ooh, might lose his Aurora, though. Ooh, almost. Countermeasures does save it. He's now moving in once again, but if Rebel Ambush is on cooldown, there's enough Pathfinders in here to shut it down anyway, I think. Buggy ammo is finally now out. Maybe a Comanche wouldn't be a bad idea. Needs to keep moving. All these workers getting picked off, which is just sealing the deal, really. He's only collecting from here now. There is a Stinger killing that Chinook, though. Another V falls, but there's so many drop zones up now, like, don't know if it makes any difference. Even if he lost all of these Vs and had to remake them all again, he's got such a good economy compared. I don't think the Tox is collecting anywhere now, apart from long distance collecting from here. Of course, he will be getting the bounty money for anything that he does kill. But Tox is going to struggle to replace pretty much anything here. There is a Vet 3 pilot there that you probably would be interested in saving. Aurora comes in, going to finish the CC. Bit of a delayed explosion there. Weird things happen, man, when you hit a building like that with the Auroras. Weird things do happen. Barracks is now going to be hit. EMP disables one of the buggies, but there's so many drop zones. I think at some point you just got to say, you know what, I don't need any more drop zones now. Now I make units and win the game, because otherwise the profit you're making just makes more drop zones and you never actually capitalize on it. At some point you've got to say, that's it. Enough is enough. Another buggy does fall. He's not even getting the bounty money, actually, is he? He's not getting the bounty money. Aurora comes in. Probably will go down, though. Yeah, Stinger does a direct hit. Yeah, no CC. Oh, it does have this CC building. That's a 5 ace, not a drop zone, but he is building another drop zone anyway. A10 comes in, finishes the last supply. This is going to be a bit anticlimactic this end. I can't believe he's not getting any bounty money. He must have full ambush. And he does. But if he's got a full ambush, he must be killing the full army. He does, to be fair, but that's it. Yeah, he doesn't have enough economy to fight with that. That was a nice game, to be fair. Nice and different. Vendetta. Very good map as well. Both players collected about the same amount of cash. For Facey, he would have collected more if he'd got the bounty money. Some of his ambushes, his first one especially, just got completely ran over and did nothing. He didn't kill enough units. His build order in the beginning, 3 supplies. He let super weapon control the game too much. Even though Ammo messed up that first attack and he did kill them Vs and turn the game around a little bit, just feel if you do 2 supplies, more tunnels in the beginning, and do a decent amount of damage and then build your 3rd supply, you can generally get yourself in a better position. It's just the way I prefer. But 3 supplies does work as well, as long as you manage to still establish that map presence. But it did take Facey a while to get the map presence going. But ultimately, Ammo just too good with the Search and Destroy Vs and got his economy too much rolling with the drop zones, built EMPs, got Auroras going. It was too difficult there for Facey. So yeah, GG, let me know what you thought in the comments. See you in the next one.